Hey guys, Chrono here, and something a little bit different today. I'm starting a series, like an actual, multi-part series of a video game. We're gonna play a video game as a series. This is nuts for me. If any of you guys have been around my channel for a while, you'll know that I don't do this. I really just like making informational content most of the time. But we're gonna do a series today, and we are doing this because I've been watching a lot of Vivek's Pokemon series, his Alpha Sapphire randomizer thing. It's great. If you haven't watched it, go do that. It's a lot of fun. And he's only failed it once, but I'm not going to give him a hard time for that. So, he got me in the mood to play Pokemon, and I thought, you know, I don't want to play like a main series Pokemon game. I want to play something a little bit different. So I thought, let's play Explorers of Sky. I love the Mystery Dungeon series. Admittedly, I've only played the ones on the Nintendo DS because that's what I had growing up, but I love the Explorer series, Sky especially, just adds so much cool content. I've beaten Time, Darkness, and Sky. I've beaten all three of them, and they're not short games. These are really, really long games, so let's go ahead and jump in. I'll sort of explain how it works as we're going. Before we get into it, though, I have the game set to run two screens, one on top of the other. When we start getting into gameplay more often, I will switch that so the bottom screen where all the action happens, that's going to be larger, and the top screen that's just sort of information, that will be much, much smaller, and it'll be sort of off to the side. So if you're having a hard time reading this, like if you're on mobile or something, don't worry about it. I'll be reading most of the dialogue anyway, but yeah, once we get into the game, I will switch it so that the bottom screen is larger and we can see what's going on. I keep it this way for now for things like the intro cinematic. It makes a lot more sense to have that vertical because you can see it's set up in a way that you have to have one screen on top of the other in order for it to look good. Welcome! This is the portal that leads to the world inhabited only by Pokemon. That's a lie, but we'll get to that. Beyond this gateway, many new adventures and fresh experiences await your arrival. Before you depart for your adventure, you must answer some questions. Be truthful when you answer them. Now, are you ready? I love these personality quizzes, sorry. These are really fun. I enjoy doing them. I used to do them a lot when I was a kid, just for fun. Anyway, did you ever play Explorers of Time or Darkness? Yes, I played both of them, and that's actually an important question. It changes some of the Pokemon that I can get as a starter, and some of the Pokemon I can recruit later on in the game. So yes, I did. My controller isn't working. There we go. Okay. Have you ever accidentally called a teacher mom or dad? I have not. Have you run into a new person that you haven't talked to very much before? What do you do? I'll make small talk. I mean, I'm not a huge conversationalist, but I'm not, that socially inept. Have you ever realized you were hogging the conversation? Yep, absolutely. When I'm comfortable with people, or when I'm drinking, I will just talk. I will talk over people. I don't care what they're saying. I will just speak. It's a flaw, and yeah. Anyway, you've just stuffed yourself with a good meal when a great dessert arrives. What do you do? I don't know. Maybe turn it down? If I'm full? I don't want to, overeat. Yeah. Everyone around you is laughing hard at something you think is pretty boring. What do you do? Probably nothing. I mean, if it's not funny, if I don't think it's funny, I won't laugh. I might chuckle, but it'll be forced and weird. Do you want to be taller someday? I am currently right around 6 feet tall, so if you wanted to make me taller than that, then absolutely, yes. You noticed that a toy you bought for full price yesterday is marked down to half price today. How do you feel? I feel like that's bad timing. And usually, this is kind of a pro tip, but usually if you go to a store and say, hey, I bought this thing yesterday, here's my receipt, is there any way I can get the discount? Usually they will actually, pay you the difference back, or give you an in-store credit or whatever. I do that on Steam, actually, pretty frequently, so yeah. It's just bad timing. What's your studying style? I just cover what I need to. My controller's not working again. Oh, it died. Well, that sucks. Okay. Well, my controller is charging. I'm just gonna finish this with what else. Anyway, what's your studying style? I just cover what I need to. I don't really like studying. I didn't really like studying in school. I wasn't really good at school, so. Are you male or female? Male! Aura, that's fine. I'm gonna give this away a little bit. Your aura is actually determined by your favorite color on your Nintendo DS. This system has it set to blue, I believe, so the aura should be blue. I think there's a chance that it comes out as a different color, but It's usually your favorite color. Lift your finger, your aura is blue. Who could have guessed? Probably me. Smart Marine blue even. That's good, that's good. Thank you for answering all those questions. You seem to be the sassy type, or at least somewhat sassy. You don't like taking orders, you're a little rebellious, and you like to disagree. You're a lone wolf. You like to keep to your distance from groups and go off to do things on your own. Older folks may be the ones who find you the most disagreeable, even selfish, but people younger than you tend to really admire you. So a sassy type like you, by the way, I totally agree with all of that was just said about me. That is completely true. I also like the starter that it gives me. The starter it gives me is Riolu. I love Riolu. He's such a good Pokemon. Anyway, and finally, who will be your partner? Choose the Pokemon you want for a partner. I want Turtwig. I always pick Turtwig every time. My first partner was a Turtwig, and so all of my future partners will be Turtwig. I can't play the game if it's not a Turtwig. Like I had Pikachu once, but I couldn't get into it. I never finished that playthrough. But Turtwig is he's just mine. He's my friend. Anyway, chapter 1, Storm at Sea. And again, I apologize for this being like a really small box at the bottom of the screen. That's just sort of the way the DS's screen is laid out. Once we get into combat, once we get into gameplay, I will switch it so that the bottom screen, which is where all the action takes place, I'll make that one much bigger. But some of these beauty shots really early on in the game require having two screens, one on top of the other, in order to look good. So that's what I've got it set to right now. I'll switch between them as the situation demands. I feel so bad for Turtwig. He's such a big baby. Like, that's basically his whole character, is that he's afraid. These guys are basically Team Rocket. They're great. They even have their own, like, unique laugh. This is one of the reasons why I think this game has stuck with me so long. Even though it's pixel art, even though it's from like 2007 or something like that, it still manages to be really, really pretty. Like, this is such a distinct visual thing that I don't think I'll ever get this image out of my head. I will never forget the sight of this beach with the Krabby blowing bubbles. It's kind of cheesy, but, you know, the developers did a really good job making you feel things with their graphic, or their visual design and their music. Oh my goodness, the music in this game is so good. Yeah, maybe it's just nostalgia, but I mean, It makes me feel good to be here too. You know what, Turtwig? I feel you. You and I are on the same wavelength. I don't know how much dialogue I'm gonna do between these two, like, in terms of narration. I'll probably just summarize what they're saying. If it's important. This is all just sort of like, hey, who are you? My name is Turtwig. I'm a Turtwig. Surprise, surprise. I think I'm a human, though, which is kind of weird, because I'm definitely a Riolu. And that's sort of what I was talking about earlier. They said that this was a world inhabited only by Pokemon. How does Turtwig know what a human is if there's no humans? It makes no sense. How did this happen? I don't remember anything. You're a little odd. Are you pulling some kind of trick on me? You're telling me the truth? Alright then. What is your name then? My name is Chrono. Chrono! I always do, well, not always. I usually do my real name, but I'm not doing that on this one for obvious reasons. Chrono is my name, yes, this time it is. Okay, well, you don't seem to be a bad Pokemon. Speaking of bad Pokemon, more and more bad Pokemon have been turning up lately. Many Pokemon have gotten aggressive. Things have grown somewhat lawless. Oh, there they are. I thought they were going to come in like 2 dialogue lines earlier. Ouch! Well, I do beg your pardon, sir. Hey, why'd you do that? Can't figure it out. We wanted to mess with you. Can't face up to us, can you? Says the guy with no eyes. What? That's yours, isn't it? That rock with paint on it? He's like, no. Sorry, kiddo. We'll be taking the rock with paint on it. Ah. Yeah, they have their own, like, unique laughs. It's pretty funny. So these guys are going to take my rock and they're going to run into a cave, and then Turtwig is going to tell me, hey, do you want to come help me beat up a bat and a ball of gas? Because I'm a chicken and I'm a coward. Both of those two things are the same in this context. And I'm going to say yes because I'm a good person, and then we're going to go into the dungeon. Okay, we're in the dungeon. The goal of every dungeon is to get to the staircase, so that's what we'll be doing today. Okay, so I'm actually going to take this opportunity to switch over to the display mode that we'll be seeing for most of the gameplay, and then I'll sort of explain how this whole thing works. Okay, so this is sort of what we'll be seeing for the time being. I don't know the controls on my keyboard because, again, my controller's dead. I might just let it charge. Okay, so I had to pause to charge the controller. I don't actually remember what I was doing, but basically we're going to head for this this thing in every floor, and we're just going to go down to the next floor and then down to the next floor. But I don't actually want to do that yet. I want to explore a little bit. I kind of want to get a little bit of XP and also show off the battle mechanics a little bit, just to sort of get the feel for how this game works, because it actually has been a while since I played, and while I do remember most of it, I would like to play a little bit. So the game does actually work like a that's not the button I thought I hit. This game does actually work like a Pokemon game. It is turn-based, so I get my turn first because my speed is higher. Actually, that might be a lie. It might be because I've got a higher priority because I'm in the team. Anyway, I get to move first because I have the initiative. My speed is faster, so it is my turn right this second. Turtle will move after me because he's in my party, but he's second place in the party, and then Kabuto will go. So what I could do is I could do a basic attack, which is just the A button. It does a small amount of damage, but it costs no PP. The other option is I have 4 moves, exactly like you would expect from a traditional Pokemon game. So if this Shelder is over there, he's 2 spaces away from me, I can hit him with Quick Attack. Most moves only deal damage to the square directly in front of them, so if I do a basic attack, the Shelder isn't close enough for me to hit. But if I do Quick Attack, that deals damage from 2 tiles away, which is exactly what I want. My cursor's on the screen. I'm gonna get rid of that. This is Poke, which is money. I'm gonna need a bunch of that. So that's pretty much it for this floor. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. I'll probably skip out or cut out anything that's not super interesting. This cave only has 4 floors, so it's not that long of a dungeon. You can carry 1 item for now. You get a bag pretty early on in the game, so that'll be fun once we get it. I think Shelter, pick the Oranberry. I'm gonna use Bite, because that's a stronger attack and that deals damage at range of 1. Oranberries restore HP. If you want to use it, go to the items menu and select Eat. We're not gonna do that right now, because our health is full. Oranberries remain really strong because there isn't really another healing item anywhere else in the game, so Oranberries are basically it. They heal like 50 points of damage, which is more HP than I have at this point. I mean, there are other healing items, but they're not really worth it. That tooltip said that Wonder Tiles exist. Those will just reset any stat changes. So if you've got, I think basically any stat change, like accuracy, if you step on a Wonder Tile, it'll reset your accuracy back to its base. It won't reset things like Mudsport because those affect the entire floor as far as I'm aware. But yeah, I really enjoy the gameplay of Mystery Dungeon because it is basically like a normal Pokemon game, except there's the added element of being able to move around. So what's this item? This is a sleep seed. Normally I would pick that up, but because I've only got one item, I can't. It is actually genuinely really useful though. Oh, Shellos picked up the sleep seed that's in the bottom room. Okay, well I know where the Shellos is. Let's not go down that way. Shellos is scary. Okay, so this is the end. This is sort of like the final room of the dungeon, which means that in main mission some plot's gonna happen. In this case, it's a boss fight between us and Coughing and the Zubat. Well, 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 if it isn't our old friend, the grass chicken. Give me back what you stole from me. That's my personal treasure. It means everything to me. I'm not gonna stick to one accent for any of these guys, by the way. Treasure, you say? Well, that thing is really valuable then, huh? It could be worth more than I thought it would be worth. English is hard. We ought to try selling it. Who knows? We might get a good price. All the more reason not to give it back. And here, Turtwig is surprised when he said it was. Okay. Good work, Turtwig. All right. Well, you know what? Let's just take this rock back. We don't need to negotiate with our terrible diplomacy when we have. How close is this guy? Ooh, he's in quick attack range. Normally in boss fights, it starts it so that you can't hit people on the first turn, so you have one turn to set things up. Like if you wanna burn a sword dance really quick, you can do that. Whoa, hang on. Go back. All right, so that's Zubat out. Coughing should go out next turn, I think. This boss fight is pretty consistent because everyone's pretty much the same level. It's balanced to be a pretty easy fight. I mean, Zubat and Coughing aren't really that tough anyway, so. Blast it! How did we get wiped out by wimps like them? Alright, so we're gonna take the stone from them, and then we're gonna head back out of the cave that we're in. And these guys are gonna run away like cowards. So we're back outside. Turtwig wants to thank me. He's gonna be a good friend. He's gonna be very grateful for our help, and we're gonna be kind of nonchalant about it, to be honest. But you know what? We helped him out, and he seems like he's a nice Turtwig. Here's what they stole. This is a relic fragment, or at least that's what I started calling it. But this relic fragment, it's my precious treasure. You see, I've always liked legends and lore. I always get so excited when I hear tales from the past. Don't you feel the same way? Hidden troves full of treasure and strange relics, uncharted territories veiled in darkness, and new lands just waiting to be discovered. Such places must be full of unimaginable golden treasure. And history. Wouldn't it be amazing to make historic discoveries? That's what I always dream of. It's all really exciting to me. So one day, I happened to come across this relic fragment. I admit, it looks like junk, it looks like a rock with some paint on it, but take a closer look. It's a rock, and there's some paint on it. But the paint inscription forms a really strange pattern, doesn't it? It's true, that is a strange paint inscription. I've never seen a paint inscription like this. There must be some significance to it. The relic fragment must be the key to legendary places, to areas where precious treasure lies. Or at least, that's the feeling I get. That's why I want to join an exploration team. This fragment must fit into something somewhere. I want to discover where that is. I want to solve the mystery of my Relic Fragment. So earlier, I tried joining an exploration team as an apprentice, but I chickened out because I'm a massive coward. What about you, Chrono? What are you gonna do now? You lost your memory and you somehow transformed into a Pokemon. Do you have anywhere to go or to stay after this? I don't, by the way. If not, can I ask a big favor? Would you be willing to form an exploration team with me? I'm convinced that I can form an effective team with you, Chrono, so will you, please? Of course I'm going to, but I actually want to run through this other dialogue option first, because I don't remember what it is. Are you? Turtwig also doesn't know what it means. What do you mean, are you? Are you trying to talk me into it? Talk you into it? I didn't even think of it. I just asked you. Yes, I thought I could depend on you, but during that fight with coughing, having you there with me, I felt really brave. I thought I could do anything as long as you were helping me, Chrono. So, come on. I'm begging you. Let's form an exploration team, you and me. And we're gonna do it because I really enjoy this game. And that's true. I don't really have any other leads, so it makes sense to join up with him and commit to a team. Because, like, you're in a strange world. You're a species that you might not understand how to work with. You know, imagine turning into, like, a bear or something. It wouldn't be the most, pleasant experience, I would imagine. Anyway, we're gonna head over to Wigglytuff's guild, and we're gonna get registered as a team. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about earlier about how you kind of have to have this game in a vertical monitor orientation thing to make it look good, because sometimes the art style just like, because again, it was designed for a DS, it doesn't look good when it's split off side by side like this, so I will probably switch it out at some point, but I don't think there's any other cinematic spots like that throughout the rest of this section, so I'm just going to keep it like this, just so it's big. So, Turtwig's gonna be brave, he's gonna stand here, he's gonna get identified. And this time he's not gonna chicken out, he's just gonna stand there. I have to be strong. I think he means you, you're the only other one here. They said to stand on the grate. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to stand on that grate, because, like, it doesn't... It looks like my feet would fall through, and that would be uncomfortable. It looks like it will tickle my feet. Chrono's a very strange Riolu. Whose footprint? Whose footprint? The footprint is... What's the matter, Sentry? Sentry Diglett, what's the matter? There's a little Diglett down at the bottom of the hole just identifying people's feet. It's so cute. I love this game. And he's like, he's not sure. It's maybe a Riolu. I don't know what I don't know. Words to live by, Diglett. Words to live by. You don't seem to be bad based on your feet. Good enough. Go ahead and enter. I like it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and hop into Wigglytuff's guild and see what all's going on in there. Oh yeah, Chatot. I forgot he showed up this early. Hello, Chatot. Oh, Guildmaster Wigglytuff's right-hand Pokemon, and he means that. He does basically all of the work. Wigglytuff is just kind of like a figurehead, pretty much. Now, shoo, leave the premises. We have no times for salespeople or silly surveys. Off you go, if you please. Nobody cares about the 2020 census in Pokemon World. We want to form an exploration team. That's why we're here. We want to be trained as an exploration team. It's rare to see a kid like this want to apprentice at the guild, especially given how hard our training is. Surely the steady stream of Pokemon that run away from our rigorous training proves how true that is. That was a little overdramatic. Basically, yeah, the training is supposed to be really rigorous. It's actually really not. It's just kind of tedious. But we'll get into that in the next episode, I think. For right now, we're just going to focus on making our team. And then we're going to rest up, because tomorrow is going to be a big day. But anyway, let's go talk to Wigglytuff. Guild Master, I present to you 2 Pokemon who wish to join our guild as apprentices. Guild Master? Guild Master? Hiya! I'm Wigglytuff. I'm the guild's Guild Master. You want to form an exploration team? Then let's go for it. First, we must register your exploration team's name. So tell me, what is your team's name? I know exactly what our team's name is. I can think of only one thing that it could possibly be. Okay. Our team is going to be incredible. It's going to be the strongest team ever. We're going to do things that no other exploration team could even dream of, and for that we need a suitable name. A name of a team that could dominate the world if it really wanted to. But it's just too wholehearted for that. We are, of course, going to be Team 4. Team 4. That's a good name. It suits us, the 2 of us. Team 4. Alright, I'll register your team as 4. Registering, all registered. Yumta! That's his thing. I love Wigglytuff, he's good. Congratulations, from now on you're an official exploration team. I present you with this in commemoration. Wigglytuff set down in a Pokemon exploration team kit. There's actually a bunch of really good stuff in here. Open it up. Get that loot. We got a Explorer badge, which is useful, a Wonder Map, which is very useful, and a Treasure Bag, which lets us hold more than 1 item. There are all sorts of great items in here. That's your Explorer's badge, it's a team ID, it also has a couple of teleportation features because plot, but you can't actually use those teleportation features outside of like a dungeon, so it's mostly just gameplay, so that's cool. But, you know, it's nice to have, The Wonder Map lets us plan out where we want to go. As we reveal new locations on the map, they'll show up on the Wonder Map. Or sorry, once we go to new locations, they'll show up on the Wonder Map, so we can fast travel to them later. Finally, there's a treasure bag, which lets you carry items you find in dungeons, which is easy. And also, it upgrades as we increase our exploration team rank, so it gets bigger and bigger as we progress through the bag. Comes with a defense scarf, a cobalt bow. That's determined by the aura that we scanned in the opening quiz. So a blue bow becomes a cobalt bow, which boosts special attack, I think? I'm not sure, I would need to look. Thank you, we'll do our best. Yep, but you're only apprenticing right now, so do your best to train. We will. Let's always do our best, and let's look directly at the camera, because why not? Chatbot's like, what are these idiots looking at? This is your room. I get a room. I have a bed. I'm so excited. So is Turtwig. I love Turtwig. You will live here while you work for us. Things will start getting busy for you tomorrow, so rise early and start living up to our code. They don't actually tell you what the code is yet. Don't stay up late. Get to sleep early tonight. That is all. That's fine. I can do that. I can be lazy. That's fine. Okay, so that's actually going to be the end of this first episode. Next episode, we'll pick up with my guild training. We're going to see what Chatot and Wigglytuff want me to do. We're going to meet some fellow guild members, and we're going to go on a couple of missions. Be sure to let me know what you think of this video and this series, because your feedback is really important for shaping the way that it appears in the future. So if you want me to always play in vertical orientation, go ahead and let me know, you know. This is a learning process. This is a learning process for both of us. But in either case, I will see you guys next time. I'm going to save the game, and I'll see you later. Take care.